Kinda. Huh. Well, that's fun. Alright. There. Okay. Everything should be working fine. Okay, so, what happened? I was talking about something, the score is okay-ish, and then the stream rig exploded, which it tends to do a lot. I'm not sure why. I'll figure it out one day, but I need to do like a dummy stream where I intentionally get it to crash while monitoring what causes the crash. And this just got all the way up back up to minus 129. So that's great. Yeah, but the 6.5 gigahertz run finished just fine. So basically next is the memory's pretty good. Settings-wise, 38, 66, 12, 11, 11, 28. It's not rocket fast. Like, you can get much high. Like, these sticks can go faster. Speaking of these sticks, they're covered in water. And let's just light them up a bit. As you can sort of see. Yeah, and that's basically because the cold from the CPU is traveling through the PCB. Which actually you can see this area of the PCB is also wet. The VRM is wet. Basically, yeah. That's one of the minor issues with Z270. It's when it's not running under full load, it puts out so little heat that basically everything turns to ice around the CPU. So that's not great. Well, turns to water and then eventually ice if you run it long enough. But yeah, I need to refill the thermos. And I think we can crank up the cache, that's for sure, because it's at 5.5. It can probably do 6. That should pick up a good amount of few points more. And then I think I'll swap out the VEGA card for 3 of the Furies, and we'll see if I can. We'll see what that does to Unigine Heaven. Possibly my power supply as well. That's the other thing. Though, actually, for Unigine Heaven, the cool thing is it's because it's so CPU bottlenecked, and also just because of the workload of Unigine Heaven, Fury X's don't pull their peak power capabilities in Heaven. So it's not as bad as like trying to run Firestrike on 3 Fury X's. That is bad, because I've actually run that, and that is pretty bad. Okay, so we're back at minus 160. I've saved that score. Let's restart and go for higher cache. I should probably have Turbo V Core installed, but that's the one thing I actually forgot to prepare before the stream. So actually, I wonder if it's on the flash stick. No, it's not. It's definitely not. I don't remember downloading it at all. So. 3 Fury X's last time I had them in the system were pulling like 800 watts at the wall. But that was with the CPU at 5 gigahertz, not 6.5. So that was part of it. But yeah, the main thing is, and also I imagine the Fury X's weren't running like, they weren't maxed out. Like GPU-Z would say, yeah, they're maxed out, but they weren't maxed out, like actually pulling. Because I've gotten Fury X's, it's like, if you take a Fury X and there's specific parts of Unigine Heaven where if you park the camera there, your power draw goes way up compared to like the normal benchmark. So yeah, it really it's not that power hungry on the Fury X's, but it certainly could be more power hungry. There we go. VEGA, it pulls way... VEGA sucks more power than a Fury X. Like, way more. Because a Fury X on a 450 watt power limit, like, actually goes up and down from that 450 watt. It doesn't just sit on it. A VEGA at stock clocks, I mean, you don't even need to raise the core clock, will run at 450 watts if you raise the power limit. It'll do it. And really, like, that's why I think right now the returns from overclocking a VEGA card, like, you can't overclock them that much. Like, you can't even do 1700 right now because there's no voltage control. But the scaling right now in terms of performance per megahertz, like, it's really, really bad. And I think it's probably because the card is completely power throttling, but the thing is, all of these new architectures, it's like, oh yeah, it's power throttling when you actually see the clock drop in GPU-Z. Nope. You can make Pascal score a lot higher for the same reported clock in software by literally just tweaking, like, because basically all the new power management stuff updates at like the SMC on the AMD cards these days is like 1,000 times a second, alters voltage, clock, and all of this. It can. It won't necessarily do it unless it hits the power limit or something. But it certainly can. And so you can end up in a situation where the card looks like it's running full speed, but it's actually like micro throttling below what you can see. So, yeah. Anyway, Cinebench needs to get some reruns. Reminds me, I've probably let the temperature go way up again. Yeah, I have. Now my face is full of that. Oh, damn it. $14.36. I'll take that. That's 10 points. Dude, where does that put me on the ranking? That was the thing I was about to check before the system checked out. So, kind of annoyed. Okay. So, I wonder if I'm actually decently ranked. That would be really surprising. Okay, so I'm not ranked decently for Cinebench 15 at all. I'm actually losing to a guy who's like 100 megahertz below me. I ultimately don't really care. And it does get me some good global points, so I'm taking it. So, but for, I think Cinebench 11, I got 1579 or something, so that's, well, it's about as, actually that's worse. That's worse than my 15, oh well. But I haven't run 11 again, so. Full screen snip. Save. CB15. 436. Sure. And let's run 11. Which really with Cinebench, you generally want to run the benchmark a few times in a row. So I'm going to rerun 11 at least once. Just because it scores better as you rerun it a bit, so, or at least tends to do that. You know, Skylake gets, no, KB Lake gets really, really power hungry. I just heard a pop and like a snap, and that's still running, so I guess the thermal paste is fine. That is so random though. It's like, at the start, my thermal paste was, well, went twice, and now it's perfectly good. And all I really did was change which tube of thermal paste I used, so... And unfortunately, the one that isn't cracking I don't have more of, because that's the old tube, which is empty, basically. So, if it's that batch of thermal paste, that's so good. Yeah, so my last score was 1579, I'm not saving this. Run again. $15.91. Wait, what? That's a big jump. $15.80. $15.91. That's why you rerun the benchmark. And actually, you can rerun it like several times, and it'll still keep climbing, which is kind of cool. And apparently, Ryzen is even worse for this. Like, it climbs for way more runs than. Well, actually, no, I haven't benched KB Lake that much, but Ryzen does this too. I think some of the older architectures didn't do it as much. Like, you could rerun them, like, past, like, the third or fourth rerun, it didn't do anything anymore. Full screen snip, save, 7700K, 11, and that is a 1591 save. I'm going to run it again. Just in case it goes higher. Well, I don't have 3 FE VEGA cards. If I had 3 of them, then one of them would already have an E-power hanging off of it. I only have 1, this one. Okay, so that's not going up anytime soon. I'm gonna rerun 15 at this point. I might run 32 mil Super Pi on Windows 10, which is just like the stupidest idea I've ever had, because it's gonna be so slow, but... Also have hyperthreading enabled, which isn't great for Super Pi as well. But... that I don't think is like, that's not gonna be as bad as Windows 10. Whoa, that went up a good amount. Rerun, rerun, rerun. I hate benchmarks like that. Well, actually, I think this is less annoying than just straight up long benchmarks, because with rerunning you can at least choose when you stop. You can choose to stop pressing the run button. With long benchmarks you sit there and pray that it doesn't crash half a second from the end. Oh wait, oops, forgot to open CPU-Z. Man, those popping noises this makes are really, really starting to like... It's like somebody cracking their knuckles, basically. That's what it sounds like, except it's like a bit deeper. Which at least that isn't that doesn't sound, I don't think that's what a thermal paste failure sounds like, so. Right, screenshot. Yeah, actually, like, if you go and take your OS and, like, that's one of the big advantages Windows 7 has over 10. It starts with less bloatware. So, basically, you don't have to cut out as much stuff before it starts scoring better. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. If you want to improve your scores for any kind of CPU benchmarks, you go and you cut down the operating system to the bare minimum. So, yeah, like that's why I just said I'm not upgrading that Windows 7 install, because that Windows 7 install is stripped to the point where it outscores a Windows 10 install in like physics benchmarks for 3D Mark by like 1,000 points, regardless of what CPU you run. It's like it picks up basically quad-core i7 and up, and it's 1,000 points extra running that operating system over any other over any Windows 10 install I've ever had, which is why I didn't want to upgrade it, because that's a really nice install of Windows 7. And why I'm also trying to figure out a way to manage all my drives so that I don't have to keep so I don't need to have a ton of different SSDs with all the different with all the different Windows installs. Damn it, that's not full pot. Oh man, this CPU should have more left in it if it can run that at minus 50. Minus 150. 1441. Well, that went down. Oh, right, it probably lost stability. So the other interesting thing about Cinebench is if it's a bit unstable, your score goes down. So, yeah, that's another thing worth keeping in mind when benching it. It's like just raising your core voltage a little bit can bump the score a bit if you're on like the edge of stability with the benchmark. Okay, well, that wasn't stability then. It's just Windows being Windows. Super Pi. This one requires one extra step before you do the whole... You do set priority, high, set... Actually, I think you can set that to real time and it'll still show up. And you can set affinity. And you basically want to set it to... I can't wait when we do the AM3 Plus stream, because there's so many funny things you can do with AMD CPUs and core affinity. Like, it gets really awesome. I can't wait to show you that. But we'll just set that to CPU 1. And the reason why you set it to CPU 1 is because basically everything else on the OS will sit on core 1. It'll sit on core 0. It won't get in the way of core 1. Like, it won't go on to the core 1. So the benchmark won't have to fight over resources with other benchmarks. So I think we'll run 1 mil first, and then 32. Okay, that looks fast. I'm not sure if it is fast. Oh, I beat the country record. Who owns that? Flanker owns that. Oh, but I'm clocked 500 megahertz above him. Oh well. Ultimately, all of my Super Pi, I have on AM3 Plus, I have a really nice, the 965 Phenom I have is really, really nice. And actually, I have not completely terrible Super Pi scores for the AM3 Plus CPUs I have, for some of them. And the main reason for that is that my CPUs are clocked stupid high compared to everybody else. It's like, I run them on Windows 7. It's no WASA, no nothing. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm running 300, 500 megahertz higher than everybody in the same area, so. I really need to get better at running Super Pi, because it's like I have CPUs that could be a lot higher ranked if I actually had like a proper install of Windows XP with all the tweaks for SuperPi, but I just can't be bothered. Especially since I still haven't figured out how to keep track of all my OS installs. Because it's like, that's my Windows 10 drive, which admittedly goes through a lot of Windows 10 copies, but then there's that Windows 7 drive, and then there's that, which the Windows 7, well, there's two Windows 7 drives. One of them is like AM3 Plus stuff, and the other one is all GPUs for NVIDIA and AMD on Windows 7. So, yeah. I'm gonna need more LN2 for 32 mil. So 7700K, SPI, 1M. How fast was that? 5657. 5 dash. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna call it 1mil-1 because I don't know. I can't figure out a good way to notate that down. Okay, 32. Close those. This is gonna be really bad. I'm pretty sure that 32 mil run is gonna be super slow. Because I've just run a bunch of like, it seems to basically get slower the longer you have Windows open or the more times you run it in a row. One of the two. If it's the length of Windows being open, then right now it should probably just be absolutely trash. If it's how many times you run it, then I'm fine, because I haven't run it yet. Okay. And start. And the waiting game begins. This benchmark typically takes about 6 minutes. Well, actually, I recently finally broke the 6-minute barrier, which is really embarrassing because 6 minutes is not much of an achievement on this benchmark, but I don't really bench it that much because it's long and boring. So, yeah. I'm surprised the memory is holding up so well with all that water on it. Did not freeze yet. I have not run WPrime. I should do that. That is one of those benchmarks that just takes so little time that it's definitely worth it. Here's the thing, the Vega is pretty much right now in a state of being in prison. So it's not my fault that it looks bored. You can't BIOS flash because AMD implemented some new BIOS integrity checks or something. We don't, like, basically you try to flash a BIOS, it blue screens on you when you try to boot Windows. Which the RX 480s did until the BIOS signature patcher thing came out. Except that doesn't work for Vega for some reason. So there's new integrity checks, which I don't get why AMD keeps piling more and more BIOS integrity checks into their drivers. It's like, who cares? Who cares that the BIOS isn't freaking signed by AMD or whatever? It's my freaking card. If I want to run 600 watts through my card, I should be fully able to do so. Well, I am. It's like you just have to replace the entire VRM. I just prefer, like, honestly, I feel like AMD could market BIOS modding as a feature, right? Because, like, memory timings for GPUs are a huge, like, it picks up so much performance. I know it does it for mining a lot, but even for gaming, you can pick up performance from better timings for the memory. Lifted power limit, like, who doesn't want that? And then it's like, I don't know, it's like, you could totally, like, especially considering that BIOS modding NVIDIA cards is just straight up impossible, you could totally do it as a marketing thing, I think. You could totally go like, yo, our cards support memory timing adjustment, and unlimited power, and this, and that, and unlimited voltage, and you can do whatever. You'll just lose your warranty if we ever, like, they'd have to put some kind of check, I guess, but it's like, it wouldn't be that hard for AMD to implement a system of making sure that any BIOS modded card didn't have a warranty. And I would still go and pay for being able to BIOS mod my card. Hell, if they put memory timing support into Wattman, that would be that'd be crazy. Oh, wait a minute. Am I insane? No. Okay, it is slow. Good. It is pretty damn slow. I was worried this was going to be fast. Okay. Oh, wait. What? I'm in the top 50 for SuperPi 32. Wait, no way. I am. I'm in the top 50 for 7700Ks doing SuperPi 32 million. I'm not, what? What? That makes zero. The guy in front of me is at 6.7 gigahertz. The guy above him is at like 6.7 gigahertz. Then there's a guy who's at like 6.5. Oh my. I am not at the bottom of the entire ranking? Color me surprised. I thought I'd be like one of the slowest runs on LN2. But yeah, I'm not at the bottom of the people who ran LN2. There's not that many of them. I'm not in the top half, but I'm not at the bottom. That is very, very surprising. I did not think that would actually, like, I pity the guys with 6.2 gigahertz CPUs. If they're actually 6.2 gigahertz CPUs and they're not just being slow on purpose or something. I don't get it. Okay, let's save this because this surprisingly doesn't suck. If I could get the memory to run, like, this RAM can do 4012, 1128. And I could probably get another couple hundred megahertz out of the CPU. How many points is that worth? Do I actually care that much? Because this benchmark is pretty slow. Global points. 4. Okay, so right now I'm at 452. And with that, I get... Okay, actually, we're gonna bench some SuperPi. Because, I don't think I'm gonna be in the bottom 100. I want to be in the top 100. I think I can get in the top 100. This RAM can carry my useless RAM overclocking, SuperPi hating ass all the way into the top 100, as well as the CPU. I guarantee it. It needs to be done. Team Group would approve. It's, okay, like, this is, like, basically, if I want to hit top 100, I should need to clock up by like another 200, 300 megahertz, disable hyperthreading, try get the memory clock even higher, Hell yeah. Oh, I can raise the uncore even higher. That'll help more. Hell yeah. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for that. That is definitely worth however many hours I'm going to end up spending trying to do that, because we all know at the moment I decide that I want to do something, it's not going to work. 32 mil. 1. Yeah, save. Thank you. And let's run WPrime before we really pack this up. And WPrime is one of those weird-ass benchmarks, which, like, I swear, that one just spits out scores at random. There are software tweaks for it. I don't know what they are. I know I've had lucky runs of WPrime where it's, like, way faster than any other run after. Unexpected error quitting. Okay, well, we're not running that. To hell with it. Super Pi it is. It looks like I have a pretty decent CPU though, because I pretty half-assedly got it to 6.5 gigahertz. Like benchmark stable, you know, not just screenshot stable, and that's actually, I mean, I am pushing quite a bit of voltage, but I don't have a rock, that's for sure. Well, this wait, who's talking about sweet CPU? Disable, active processor cores 2. The funny thing is, on AMD CPUs, you would actually keep all of your processor cores enabled, and that is like, that's what I love about the AMD CPU overclocking. It's just very, very, like, it's really surprising what you can do on those. So, here's how we're going to deal with this. Memory presets. That one. This one's really, really hard to run. It needs a lot of voltage on my RAM. It generally doesn't post very quick. It is pretty freaking brutal, is one way to describe it. And it's mostly because all of these timings are like to the wall, and it won't do it at 4133. It'll do it at that. And then we need to go to Tweaker's Paradise. VTT I already have set properly, but I want 2.05, I think I need for that one. And bump that up a bit. That's initial. So that's what it's going to try to post on. It'll do that. It should do that. It should really do that. I'm going to probably end up mashing the retry button right now, because that's what it usually takes on air cooling, and I'm not sure how, like, if it was the memory controller on the CPU, which is what I like to hate about, that's the one thing I don't like on the CPU, is the memory controller seems to be kind of dodgy. But other than that, it's a pretty, like, it clocks good on the core. Hell yeah, I posted first try! Oh my god! Okay, I might need to do maxmem 2 gig, but this might run. This might run. And this is gonna be crazy. Oh, hells yeah. And it crashed, I think. No, Windows loaded. Okay, I need more silicon crack, or liquid crack for silicon. And then we're gonna get into running Super Pi. So it looks like the LN2 really, really helps the memory controller on this pile. Because, like, the memory settings this just posted on air cooling are hell. Like, I'd stand there and, like, you need to retry them 3 or 4 times. It gets to the OS, and then it crashes in Super Pi, and then it throws you out, so you need to retry again, and basically it's not very fun trying to get these settings most of the time. So I'm really surprised they worked right off the bat like that. Hopefully I won't need to run a smaller max mem. But in case I do need to, I'm gonna set it right now. Because if I crash out, then, you know, it'll be set for me. Nope. That. Yeah. Boot, advance, and we want like 2K. Okay. Apply. Okay. Exit without restart. Details. Super Pi. Set priority, real time, change, set affinity, bam. And here goes high score. The first loop turns out to be way slower than last time. That'd be really annoying. I forgot to deal with the encore. Oh, whatever, we have the memory clock. And I can keep bumping it up. It's just 4-minute intervals in between, and I have tons of LN2 and not really much to do with it. Well, actually, yeah, okay. It needed that extra max mem. Man, if it throws a not exact in round at loop 24, I'm gonna restart and try again. Because I've had it do that to me before. Once. That was a 7F code, so we can reach. Oh, wait, I CBB'd it, didn't I? Yeah, I CBB'd it off. No. Okay, so. Operation don't spray snow all over the VEGA card again. I can drop it on that area of the motherboard that's insulated, but now the DIMM.2 slot isn't insulated, but that doesn't seem to be complaining right now, so. We try. There's still LN2 at the bottom. Yes, there is. There we go, posting. Oh no. That looks like, it'll be fine. It'll post. Funny thing is, I'll probably be able to get it to, like, well, I'll change the encore as well right now. Because the memory can definitely do the settings I set. Why would I LN2? No, if like I LN2 the hairdryer when it hits thermal protection. No LN2 for anything out of the reason. It's not like it makes it faster. Good job, useless IMC. You can do it. Now don't give me a not exacting round or I'll throw you through the window. Real time. Set affinity. No, not 0. Definitely not on 0. Calculate 32 mil. I mean, we can keep lowering the max mem in hopes of getting more stability, which does actually work. There we go. And we are now cold enough, and I do believe I did just set all the priority stuff. So let's run. Okay. The problem is, if it just crashes, then I'm just going to restart, and we're going to try again and again and again and again, because eventually it runs. I've done that before, so that's going to be pretty annoying, but that's the way I'm going to deal with this. And this looks like it might be slower than last time. Not sure, though. It's more stable. Well, it still hasn't thrown a not exacting round, which that's a good thing. I think the last time I did the... Because I did a video for the YouTube channel about this memory kit. Just sort of, I don't know. I tried to cover it as in-depth as I could, but considering I suck at RAM overclocking, that's, you know, not really. But I did have a run at these memory settings. Like, I did do a comparison of various memory settings. And this is one of the settings I ran on air cooling, so I know it can do it. It's just a matter of how many tries it takes. To hell with it! Why do you have to do this to me? The thing is, if it throws a single not exacting round, then it's not going to finish. And I'm not sure if I might not have had an even lower max mem, so let's go. Nope. Stupid MS config. There. Because basically, I can keep setting it lower and lower and lower until it stops booting. Apply, okay. Well, basically I just need enough memory to run SuperPi on something, and enough memory to store all of the rest of the OS, which is why actually disabling a lot of services would be, like random garbage that the OS runs, would be really helpful, because if you disable all of that, you have more memory to max mem. You can cut down your memory usage even lower, and I think it's CBB'd. Please no. Okay, no, it seems to be... Okay, it posted. I need more LN2. Yeah. There we go. A full pot is a happy pot. And now it's time to run more attempts at SuperPi. Actually, I wonder how much memory memory is available. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. I could actually max mem even harder, but I think any more is going to be excessive. So set priority. No. Set priority. No. This is why I'm bad at shooting games. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I'm decent at arena shooters, but... Oh, 32. And please don't... Well, if you're going to crash, do it early. If you're not going to crash early, don't crash at all. I miss my music. Where the... Wait, that many people subscribed to the Twitch after the frickin' today's stream? I spent most of it being really bad at using Windows. Oops, my music's a bit loud. The nice thing about full pot is it's easy to know when you have to pour because you can hear the LN2 reaching like the critical boil off level. Don't really have to pay that much attention to it. Especially for SuperPi. What? Is it good to overclock while watching your stream? I don't know. I guess, you know, if you're doing like stress tests, sure. Or running a SuperPi on some incredibly slow hardware. Did I try undervolting Vega? No. Because I'm not actually hardcore. No, it's actually softcore power savings. I'm not that. I'm actually hardcore overclocking / how to burn all your money on electricity. How to make your local power station extremely happy. Yes, it did it! Woohoo! Now, does the score... Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god, what? This RAM makes idiots look good. I'm the idiot here. Oh my god. 444. 444,993. And I bet I could still clock the CPU even higher. Oh my freaking god. I mean, you know, as much as I hate SuperPi 32 million as being a boring, slow benchmark, liquid nitrogen definitely makes it a lot less boring because it's like almost Unigine Heaven length instead of SuperPi length. But there's one thing I always like. High scores. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm number 77 for the SuperPi 32 million ranking. Global. There's 47090Ks above me, but you know what? I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore the fact that there are guys who can make, what? No! I'm gonna have to rerun. You've got to be f***ing... I am going to... Oh well, I mean, assuming this boots up again, please don't CB. Please don't CBB. Please don't see... Oh, good. The LN2 stopped simmering, so... There. Okay, it's posting again. Okay, I really want to know what caused that crash. Because that is freaking weird. Oh, whoa, the BIOS is completely... Okay, that is bad. Something is really unstable. Well, that's not going to be it, because... Damn, I can't even run the BIOS right now. I wonder if it's the RAM. Because it is literally soaking wet at this point. Man, I wish I could just rip the screenshot out of the stream. I wonder if that would be legit. Hell, I could probably do that. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. Screw it. I'm freaking ripping the screenshot out of the stream. I mean, I don't see, like... You know, if you wanted to, you could just get a capture card and capture all of your stuff without streaming it, and then rip screenshots out of that. For validation purposes. Please boot. I think the water might have got the RAM at last. Or maybe not. No, it's throwing another 22. That's a code you can retry through, though, as far as I know. How's the RAM temperature-wise? I don't know, maybe if I heat it up? Because, you know, Samsung memory ICs don't play well with cold. Also, all of that water. I mean, technically, everything is insulated with a layer of Plastidip, but seeing water running around your electronics is not exactly... You know, and sitting between your capacitors, and literally sitting in the memory VRM is kinda unnerving. So there we go. we go. Well, you know what? I can probably rip that out of the stream. So, I don't know. Let's try 1M, because that is still a decent, like, benchmark, and, I mean, I've ripped system screenshots out of streams. Like, pictures of the rig, not the, like, CPU-Z or something like that, but... I wonder... Wait. Somebody clipped the stream for me. I mean, the screenshot. That's perfect. Thank you so much. I got, oh, somebody actually got the picture. Oh no, that's a different picture. Oh, whatever. Still, thanks to the guy who got that clip. I have that. Got that. I got that. I'm 99% it'll be valid. It's just like, idiot on stream forgets to press print screen and save, and I'm sure everybody will be okay with that. It's not like it's a fake. I mean, you can just watch the freaking stream to see it again and again and again. Okay, so let's run 1 mil very quickly. I think that's an improvement. It's not a huge one. This one's, the 1 mil is really like CPU core clock and nothing else. Wait, where'd the flash stick go? Okay, I want to see, now this one. Yeah, okay, that's a good improvement. I don't know why I did that. That was actually really stupid, because I could have just run into that same issue, except I don't have CPU-Z open at all. That was really dumb. You heard it here first. Do not, I repeat, do not flop around when you have a high score on a system where you know the RAM is about 6 seconds away from crashing. Or not even seconds away from crashing. It's literally going to crash if you look at it wrong and sneeze. Or look at it wrong and blink. Or don't look at it, and it just crashes anyway. Full screen snip. 17700K. 1 and 2. Saved. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think really like the thing is, Samsung, the B-die, apparently it's like, there's a weird sweet spot for it where it's like if it gets too cold, it gets really unstable, but it clocks high. And if it gets too, like, there's a certain temperature where it, like, clocks better, but it's not really unstable. So, yeah, I don't know. But definitely the water buildup is not pleasant. There, but that's pretty much proof that if you have a really, really expensive, really good motherboard where basically all of the hard part of memory overclocking is done for you through profiles and the right memory kit, you don't need to know how to RAM overclock to get high scores. Which honestly, that's kind of depressing, and it's like I've actually tried to like figure out how to work with the memory kit. That's why there was the last stream, which I was basically just flopping around with RAM and the 7990 and the Fury X's. That was pretty much why, because it's like I don't like the fact that it's like I want to run good settings on this RAM, and the first thing I do is load the Dancop profile and just pray that it works. But yeah, okay, so at this point, I think I'm done with SuperPi. I don't really care to push it any higher, because I just didn't want to be outside of top 100. That was pretty much my goal, and I overshot that by a good amount. So I'm going to say I'm just going to restart at this point. We're going to re-enable 4 cores, 4 threads, drop the core clock a tad, drop the memory clock down to the 3866 profile, because that one is a million times more stable. Drop the Vega card, swap out drivers, throw Furies in there. A lot of Furies. The Fiji fleet has arrived. So to say, you know, that's what we could call it. Okay, DRAM timings, memory presets. I'm such a noob that I can't. Somebody stop me. Okay, there we go. 195. Honestly, I think SuperPi is heavier than Unigine. So we're just gonna run it 6.6, 3866. Tweaker's Paradise. This is the place that, yeah, that voltage there, that we can drop to auto. Which basically means it'll stick to the DRAM voltage I have set right here, right now. So yeah, that's that for the configuration of the... Oh wait, no, I forgot the HT stuff. Idiot. I am an idiot. Fiji LN2 versus 1070 LN2. Hard question, actually. I don't know. We'll find out when after I do my 4-way Fiji stream, I have 4 of the Fiji cards. So after I do the 4-way stream, I'll be perfectly happy to do stupid shit with the Fijis, like run all of them on LN2 in hopes of at least making one of them not suck. At least running one of them in a way that doesn't suck. Because my luck with AMD cards has been just absolutely awful. Like, I killed 2 RX 480s out of the 2 I tried on LN2, which is entirely on me. The first one, that was mounting issues that I failed to notice. And the second one was, I'm an idiot and never checked what the stock voltage, stock memory controller voltage on that card was. So, you know, good job me. Wait, it just crashed again. What the hell? I think it's hit the... Oh no, it's gotten really, really warm. That's why it crashed. It's a minus 150 build Zoid. You dense freaking idiot. You need to freaking pour, or it'll overheat and stop freaking working. Damn it. Also, speaking of the LN2 and pouring, I very much no. Well, Windows, I guess you win. I guess you get your stupid in recovery. Okay, so apparently somebody probably on chat knows how to actually recover from this. So somebody who isn't as dumb as me, please help fix. I unfortunately don't have 3D Mark keys to give away because I did consider getting some from the Steam sale, but... Oh wait, didn't they like change the giveaway, like the keys, like if you're buying oh right, you have to send them by email immediately. That's so stupid. So I couldn't have bought the keys anyway. That really sucks though. Because I was considering like buying keys for the r/overclocking team, but oh well. So that's a recovery stick for, well, that's the Windows 10 install stick. So, alright, select the second option. I am not calling a tech support line. To hell with that. You know what? Could it be that the SSDs is the SSD is dying? Like, could that realistically be what's happening? Okay, you know what? It's like, it's not actually corrupt. Okay, so I'll boot it in safe boot. Okay, and I think a lot of you won't believe me that safe boot, what safe boot does, but... So I just press the safe boot button. And I tried this last time Windows gave me stupid errors, and it didn't work. But here's what safe boot does. So we're gonna go into the BIOS and check what the system is running right now. As of right now, the system is running at 3.3 gigahertz, 1.37 volts, and 2133 megahertz memory clock. So obviously, it's stable at these settings. Oh, now it's working. You've got to be kidding. No. You got to be freaking kidding me. But I want the overclocked settings anyway, so here goes recovery error again. The funny thing is, I did the safe boot thing earlier, and it didn't work. Like, when the first blue screen, like, when the first of these errors showed up, I tried to safe boot through it, and it didn't work. So, I don't know. XFX RX 480 RS. If you try to push 200 amps through it, I'm pretty sure it'll blow up. I can tell you that much. What the hell is with the... Okay, I guess it doesn't want to run 4 cores at 6.6. Okay, I get it. You're not even gonna go BIOS. Do-do-do-do. There, that should fix that. Oh, I bet these are out of balance or something. That's probably it. Put those wrong and they blow up. Oh well. Let's see if we can get into Windows on this. Then uninstall the driver, because that's the smart thing to do when you are at 6.4 gigahertz. See, this is the one I'm used to. This is the one I see all the time, and I know that it's just a case of, well, it's not stable. But the other one, it's like, I've never seen it until pretty much today's stream. So, yeah. Also, blue screen! I think that was a blue screen, right? That's what Windows 10 blue screens look like. I don't get it. Why does it keep crashing? Doesn't need more vCore, that's for sure. Okay, you know what? This looks like a job for saving, resetting the BIOS, and running again. Because that fixed like a ton of boot issues on the last stream with the Apex. So that's how I'm gonna fix them here. I'm gonna save a profile, I'm gonna wipe the BIOS, I'm gonna load up the profile. It'll probably work again. Okay, so profile name, LN2 6-6, wait, LN2 N2 underscore 65 underscore 3733 underscore 12. Save to profile, yes. Oh, what did I overwrite? Oh well, whatever. Works for me. I'm gonna grab a bit more LN2. Wow, that'll probably throw a boot error, assuming it even posts. Oh, that actually, what? That got to Windows? Is it actually a 6.5 gigahertz, or am I just crazy? Well, I did crank up the VCCIO and, well, no, because it didn't boot on. I don't know. Let's see. Now we're at 6.5. Well, time to uninstall the AMD drivers. And I moved that flash stick, didn't I? I wonder if I can just... Nah, that won't let me. Okay, I'll do it in safe boot. Okay, where did DDU go? Oh, DDU didn't even get to the frickin' desktop. Well, that's an achievement. Where's DDU at? There. We're currently at 3.3 gigahertz, 2133 memory, so this is about as safe as it's gonna get. You are not in safe mode. I do not care for safe mode. Clean and restart. What the hell? Well, I don't see no AMD driver any longer, so we're gonna shut this down. Except I can't shut it down. Okay, wait. Nope, we can't shut it down. I can shut it down that way. Cool. So we're gonna swap out the VEGA for 3 Furies and hammer some Unigine. I'm kind of hoping to see well over 9,000. Ideally, I would like to take the Unigine Heaven first place for 3-way GPU. The only issue is that that's probably really wishful thinking on my part. Though, admittedly, the current 3-way Heaven record is on a 4770K. So, I might actually have a chance. Okay, that's the Fury X. Yeah, because that has a bunch of capacitors hanging off the back. So that's a Fury X. So that goes in first. And next we need the other water-cooled card. So the water-cooled Fury with the 6-pin pump power connector, which is just like, I need to like get some dead fan and snip off the fan connector for one of those and use that instead of what I have there on that card right now. There we go. Okay, for some reason this radiator wants to be in a completely different orientation from the other one. Oh well. You. Okay, and contestant number 3. Did that actually... Oh, damn it, I left the PCIe. I'm an idiot. Oh, whatever. I left the PCIe clips on the motherboard, which I should have removed them so I can lift the cards out easy, but oh well. Oh, prepare for some serious power draw. 'Cause this... Well, last time I ran this, it pulled about 800 watts. This time I expect more. Because the CPU is going to be a lot power hungrier today. There. Come on, align, damn it. Yeah, more snow enters the dim.2. It's probably water in the dim.2 slot that's causing all the issues. And on the RAM. Water freaking everywhere at this point. Okay. I still need one more PCIe. Okay, there it is. There. Please don't burn my house down. Oh, furious monster. Now I'm going to safe boot it, install drivers, and then we're going to overclock it, well, hopefully get it to run 6.5 or something. And warm up the RAM. Try dry it off a bit. Fire. Oh wait, that's not safe boot, that's just fire. Damn it. Okay, well that's not gonna... That's safe boot. There. Why aren't all three of the cards lighting up? This one doesn't even spin its fans. I hope it's a driver thing and not a PCIe slot thing. Okay, wait. Control. Device manager. Wait a minute. Where's GPU Z? No, that's Afterburner. Want GPU Z. Okay. Okay, so one of them... Okay, I plugged in one of them wrong. That's fine. We can still install the driver on this. Which one of these is the Windows 10 driver? That's the newest one I know of. Oh no, that's VEGA. Damn it, idiot. Cancel. Yep, that's in the wrong place. Oh, whatever, I'll fix that. No, ultra low power state on Fury cards lights up green on one of the LEDs. It's not ULPS. I would know. Custom install, don't need that. I have not used a single Fury driver that had HBM disabled. Overclocking. Like, it worked for me on all the cards all the time. Yeah, this one now has the green LED. And because ULPS turned on, off, override, off, performance, always off. Yep, that's good. Shut down. See what happened. Yeah, I completely missed the PCIe slot. Not by a little bit, I missed it completely. I wasn't even near the damn slot. So, that's why this card wasn't lighting up. Why this card wasn't even being detected at all. It's also because this one's leaning forward. That one needs to... And come on! No. Back plates are stupid. Really freaking stupid. There. Finally got the freaking PCIe slot. Like the actual PCIe slot, not the thing right, like not slightly in front of it. So yeah, now it'll work. What else is there? Power I have. Right, I wanted to reset the BIOS. Fire up anew. And I need more LN2, and then we can run Unigine Heaven. What about the monitor cable? Yeah, okay, I need the LN2 first, then I'll take care of the rest. I think I might have nailed it on the temperature. -169. This will actually post. Theoretically. The hell? 06? It's a new one. Okay, memory stick's too cold. Silky hair, stability regained. No? Oh no, it's the GPU's firing up. Oh, looks like ULPS is already disabled. How convenient. How very convenient. And it died. Stream may be going for 5 hours, but stream is going pretty good in my opinion, so I don't see a reason to stop. Okay, you know what? We're gonna... Nope, 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 yes, please. Ace this overclocking profile. I'm gonna load up profile 4. And the reason why I'm loading up profile 4 is because it is relatively... It should be relatively easy to run because it doesn't have super aggressive DRAM settings in it. There. This kit can run that really easy. 1.45, actually 1.5, 1.9, 1.3, 1.33, 55. There we go. And now I want 62 there. And that should roll. Honestly. Oh, and this needs to be set to auto. This should run. It's also 2T, so the timings are looser, but I'm hoping I won't need that much memory performance for Heaven to work out. There. And I need more LN2 again. Oh, we're in Windows. We need to install Trix. Well, we basically need to just drag Trix to desktop, I think. ULPS is unfortunately a thing. That is bad. Wait, what? Why Windows? That's not funny. No, I wanted Trix 521. Oh no, I did. Why can't I get to the AMD driver? AMD... Well, why is this still here? Oh no. DDU failed, probably didn't know how to deal with the VEGA driver, and now I have that. Okay, well, this is not good, is it? Well, maybe, as long as tessellation is disabled, OpenCL driver bug. No, that should still open through it, I think. Okay, wait, no. There. Oh yeah, somebody said... Okay, wait. Disable ultra low power state. Restart. As long as we have tessellation disabled, which I'm inclined to believe it will have because I disabled it on both the VEGA and the AMD driver when it was available for a short stint. Then, you know, I think this will work out. I'm hoping it'll work out. Somebody said if I set... Uh-oh. That's not supposed to be possible. Oh, whatever. We'll see. I don't really care that much. Basically, this is all we need to do. Fix... Wait, why is it only picking up 2 cards? The motherboard is picking up 3. Yeah, because I can't right-click. AMD Crossfire disabled. Why is it only picking up 2 cards, though? It's the stupid freaking Pro driver. No, this one's not on the chipset. I ran it like this before. And I've run AMD cards through chipsets in Crossfire. I did that on X99. It had some weird issues, but it ran. Well, that's no good. Why? Shut down. I mean, I can always try move it a slot. Nah. Can't really do that. The motherboard sees 3 GPUs. The OS sees 2 and one that isn't working properly. According to the OS, at least. Still only 2 cards. That is really, really annoying. Okay. Shut down. I'm gonna switch off all except 1 card. Boot with 1 card. Get into Windows. Try to fix anything that's not behaving and get back out, enable all 3 cards. Hopefully it'll pick them up this time. Well, enable the other 2. Hopefully it'll pick them up. Okay, so I still can't access... What are the AMD drivers called? Like... Settings... Radeon... Settings... Oh, imbecile. Why would you search there? The guy with the Windows key plus X keyboard shortcut, I am not aware of that one. Otherwise, I'd be using it. Okay. Now that should be... Yeah, okay, those are the AM driver backups. Wait, can I get it? Oh, I know, they have an AMD clean uninstall utility. That's going to be better. Finish. Okay, so I wonder if it left the caches of the AMD drivers, because that'd be convenient, to say the least. Oh, it did. And you can go to hell. Don't need audio. Oh, wait. Retry. There we go. We have 3 GPUs on the Mobo. Okay, hopefully Trix remembered the disable ULPS thing. The GPUs are doing their thing. We only have 2 again. What the? What the hell? Oh, MD radio. Oh, now we have 3 cards. Stupid freaking AMD driver. Takes a while to go through all the cards, apparently. Could you give me my display back? Thank you. They're in ULPS, so, apply. Close that. Gaming. Global settings. Frame pacing off. I'll need to restart, I think. So my hope that I could get disable ULPS working before all the cards enabled, well, that didn't work out. I really hope I can get the CPU to run that benchmark at 6.5, because that should guarantee me the ability to beat a 6.4. Come on, beat a 6.4 gigahertz 4770K. Also, I could probably run the 3866 memory settings if necessary, because they were pretty stable. It's just like the BIOS gets like, you run the BIOS at hard settings for a while and it just stops doing anything after a bit. There we go. ULPS is kill. Perfect. Time to destroy some benchmarks. These are not that loud, maxed out. Yeah, okay, they're all maxed out. Power consumption, right now only 560. 600 something. Yeah, it's not really that bad. Oh, there we go. 825 right now. 840. 8, and now it's back down to 700, 600s. $900. Well, actually, I could just full pot it at this point. Worst case scenario, I can hope to do this with 3 Vegas. At stock clocks. Assuming I don't have enough GPU power. 3 Vegas. That's the way to go now. Holy hell, I'm getting 600 in this scene. I'm already at 60k frames rendered. That is insane. The score is more or less basically the number of frames rendered throughout the benchmark, and then some small sort of divided by 10, I think, or something like. Well, basically, the more frames rendered you have, that's like that's the best metric. From my last time with the session where I actually broke that 8K, the one currently on the 3-way ranking, that is the one where I figured out that it's best to just watch the frames rendered total, and this is just crushing it. And this CPU can definitely do more, and the RAM can definitely do more. The GPUs are like, I can push them around a bit, but it won't really make a difference, I don't think. So, yeah, this is good. 80k frames. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's doing 700 on this. Okay, so I might end out with, if I get like 90k, I think I'm, yeah, it's not doing 90k this run. 8.8666. Oh my god, that puts me in 5th place on the current rankings. Yeah, but we need more! Faster! Harder! Stronger! Except this would really be more just power hungry. There we go. More cool juice. And now it's just a matter of saving this score and then getting the system running some really sweet settings. So let's do that. First things first, saving this score. So we need to open up CPU-Z, GPU-Z, and make a screenshot. Also, before we do that, I want to change the wallpaper because I am not posting high scores with this freaking wallpaper. Where's that flash stick? Walls. Wall. Wait, which one's this one? Oh, well, we'll just drag all of those, because those are like, that one. Actually, can I select 2 of them? Of course not. That would be stupid. And then the other one. I just want the options. I don't know. This one? Or that one? I'm going with this one. It looks more LN2. So that, and I also need a CPU-Z memory window. There. And actually, that reminds me, since Team Group provided the memory sticks I'm using, I kinda need to point out that they're theirs, so I need to have an SPD opened up. There. that somewhere. Ah, whatever. To hell with it. And make screenshot, save. Fury, three-way, Heaven, 6. Okay, and now I need to make it go even faster. Restart. So I'm going to load the 3866 memory profile. I'm going to go for the 3866 memory profile from Freddy Yama, who, that's actually like a lot of the Dancop memory profile. That's a world number 1 overclocker's memory settings. It's like this board is literally cheating because you can just steal people's memory settings like that. Okay, and DRAM timing control, memory presets. New Samsung single-sided 3866. That's the one. And I can run that one at 11 with a bit more voltage. Which, by bit more voltage, I mean like a bit more voltage. And I think I'm gonna go even higher on the... No! We are not pushing 2.4 volts through the CPU. There is no way that is going to go well. I actually want to bump up the... I'd like to bump it up to like that. Yeah, 3900 memory. Also, my cache is super slow right now. So we're going to bump that up to 60. And pray. It should post. Long training due to 1T. 32. $96 B2. Posted. Now it's a matter of, will it be stable throughout the entire run? Because if this is stable at this point, I think, unless I'm GPU bottlenecked right now, right, that's the thing. Unigine Heaven is one of those benchmarks that, as of right now, you really trade what part of your system is bottlenecking what. Except if you have a 1080 Ti or a Titan XP. There's some, I think it's some kind of NVIDIA-specific tweak, because for the longest time, AMD was dominating the Unigine Heaven rankings, and then suddenly the 980 Ti came out, and it, like, scored, like, I think twice what a 290X did, which is ridiculous, because we all know the 980 Ti is not twice a 290X. It's a lot faster, but it's not twice a 290X. So, yeah, it's like... I don't know, it's like there's some weird software tweak. I think it like might be super high LUT or something. But anyway, I've bought Unigine, and I need to check that trick's actually, nope. Would you like to restore? Yes, apply. Run direct. Okay, wait, I need to cool this down to full pot. And then we're going to run it. There we go. Uh-oh. That is not looking very... I think that's the cable. The HDMI cable for this system is just super wonky for some reason. The FPS does not seem a lot higher compared to last time. Oh well, we shall see. I really hope I haven't hit the wall of what the GPUs can do. Because then I have a problem. Okay, no, I think this is slightly higher, I think. But yeah, this will be close. The thing is, Unigine like Crossfire setups and the more big multi-GPU setups have massive, like, there's overhead in running that many GPUs. So you actually, like, the 4-way record is lower than the 3-way record. Because the overhead for running 4-way Crossfire is so much higher than running 3-way Crossfire that the FPS on 4-way sucks compared to 3-way. Once you hit that, like, because you basically need to make your CPU basically has to be able to, A, keep up with the frame rate the GPUs require, and then also cover all of the extra data needs of running a Crossfire setup, because it does put more load on the CPU just running Crossfire. So yeah, That's why the world record, until the sort of Titan XP came out, the world record was like 2 1080s in SLI at like stock clocks and a 7 gigahertz 7700K. And then eventually that moved on to the single GPU. I think right now the world record is on a single GPU. Because, again, less overhead for running less GPUs. So, it's just, yeah, it's a weird benchmark. Though I think all of the, actually no, it's not weird. It's a lot of the older ones are as well. It's like, except a lot of the older ones are like taking three-way for one of the old 3D marks is like really, really difficult because it's a nightmare in terms of like you need to get stupid high CPU clock. And I think there might be some kind of software issues with cross multi-GPU in it or something. So that one's super difficult. And then Unigine Heaven, it's like nobody really cares about the 3-way and 4-way setups. So that actually kind of means like I'm trying to beat a 290X score. So that does, you know, if I win, it's like over a 290X with a Fury. That's not really that respectable a victory. On the other hand, it's an easy score, I'll take it. You know, it's like, what else is there to say? Oh my god, it's already hit 60k again. Wait, it's hit 60k even earlier, and now it's doing 700 almost in the tunnel. That is crazy. You know what, I actually bet the 1080 Ti's or something hit 1000 FPS in this benchmark. They just straight up to 1000. I want to see that. Like, a lot. Scoring on a proper OS? Actually, Unigine on Windows 10 is not the, like, Windows 10 plus Unigine is not the worst mix. Like, Windows 10 is pretty good for graphics loads, but I think I could probably get more efficiency on 7. I think I could get it scoring higher on 7, because again, it's a CPU benchmark at this point. Okay, this time I have to break 90k. Please, break 90k. Break 90k. Break 90k. Break 90k. I mean, we haven't even hit the big windmill scene. There we go. We got 90k. It's gonna, oh yeah, it's gonna overrun 90k. I don't think I'm gonna catch 8-pack score though. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Do it. That's a record, isn't it? That's actually like a world fucking record. Where are the keys of the heaven? Yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god, I did it! Oh my god! I'm screaming into my hands so I don't wake up the neighbors. Oh my god! Oh my god, hell yeah! Hells yes! Yeah! Oh man. My first ever, and I mean first ever gold. That's what this is. That's why I'm so excited. This is literally the first time I am at the top of an entire ranking like this. Like, it's not just like, oh, I have the fastest, you know, this or that or toaster. Which, that's generally what happens. It's like, oh yeah, I have the fastest toaster. Look at my 1070, it's so fast. Nobody cares. But, I mean, nobody really cares about 3-way Unigine Heaven, as you can tell by the scores on that ranking being ancient and rather garbage, but it's my first gold. It's like my first full category gold, and hell yeah. Like, hell yeah. So, I guess thanks to Team Group for the RAM, because obviously that helped. Thanks to Asus for the motherboard, because quite frankly, this motherboard makes me look like I'm actually competent. Which I think I've done a pretty good job this entire stream proving that I'm not. And well, that's it, actually. That's that's all I have provided in this. Actually, thank you to the patrons for, you know, the LN2 budget. That's like something that goes, I think that goes without saying. But yeah. And I'm gonna again do the. I'm actually gonna specifically arrange it so you can almost read the entirety of the logo. The world gotta know that I don't suck at benchmarking. Not just some white here who happens to like LN2. Okay, let's make a screen. All right, everything is running. Make screenshot, save result. I have. Oh wait, no, this looks wrong. There. That would not fly. Okay, make screenshot, save result. Unigine. Okay. Fury Heaven 7. And I think on that note, you know, I don't think there's a better time to end the stream than with a score. You know, that rocky the beginning was. Start. Okay, sorry about that. This just ran out of batteries. I'm now on the bigger mic. So, yeah, sorry about that. Wait, so how much did you guys miss? When did the audio cut out? This needs to have like some kind of... This thing needs to beep or something to tell me that it's like the sound's dead or something. Because I don't hear... How the hell do I know? I don't have anybody watching the audio levels for me, and it's like... I'm like super hype right now because I just... Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, yeah, okay, so no better way to end the stream than with such a high score. I mean, that's like my first actual proper score. Like, in terms of, like, first places. It's not like... Well, hardware first place, I think, depending on what you're benching, sure, it's respectable. But, like, the 1070, nah. I think most people who've benched 1070s, like, even the guys who put them on, like, Phase Changer LN2, most of them, like, haven't really, like, I did my 1070 with the intention this thing is gonna wreck. So, and I don't think a lot of the other guys did that because, like, a lot of the other guys in the top scores, there's, like, 3 Russian guys in those top scores, and basically those guys are like hardware benching machines, so they bench a ton of hardware really, really fast for points. So they don't spend that much time on one GPU to make it that fast. Which, you know, they bench 100 GPUs of freaking hundreds of GPUs a year, so they have other, you know, that's another whole another discipline. But I have a high score. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'll upload it right now, because otherwise there's a good chance I won't have it much longer. All right, sorry, keep forgetting that this is like it's a live stream, and I need to control my own freaking software. So, yeah, I'm gonna submit it right now. Like, I'm gonna submit it freaking live. Browse data files, computer, removable disk, Heaven 7. Three-way. It was like an AIO mix. Okay, and they were running 1130 by 550. Motherboard was the Apex. RAM, no, Maximus, yeah, okay. Well, DDR4. Team group. Product, Extreme. My mouse is being silly. On my main system. I swear, it's like some mix of, like, I think it might be the Razer drivers plus my capture card, and they hate each other. And that's what I suspect, because Razer drivers have a nasty habit of hating everything in the like that is a piece of software. It's just too bad I like the Naga so much. Like, this is literally my favorite mouse. I have 3 of them. Well, I basically... Well, this is my 3rd one. Not... I don't have 3 of them here and use them all here. That'd be stupid. But, like, there's one in the Czech Republic. Well, there's 2 in the Czech Republic, but... Yeah. And the freaking drivers for it are... They didn't used to be this bad. They used to be kind of bad. They got worse. 3900 on the memory. Air stock. And power supply. Antec. Antec. Yeah, no, the thing is, if there was an alternative to get all the macro functionality on these mice, then I would use that. But it's like, there isn't. As far as I'm aware, there isn't, so. Actually. Oh, now it works again. I don't know, it's like... Oh well, whatever. It doesn't misbehave this much for some reason most of the time. Okay, Alright, this is Livestream 42? Okay, cool. Right. Need to deal with the pictures for this. Like, I've seen the other, like, multi-pad like, the numpad mice on the side, and I think the only one that I've sort of liked the look of is the Corsair one, but it's like, I don't like aluminum as a material or something. It's like, I don't like the construction of it, or something like that. And then the Logitech one is just like, I just no. It's just straight up no. But, yeah. Mouse went dead again. Freaking. Funny thing is, it doesn't like die outright. Like your scroll works, click works, and the sensor. Might have to clean that maybe. That could be it. Okay, well, right now I'm just moving the photos of the system onto, like, well, yeah, photos of the system into the, onto the submission so that, you know, I'll add the stream eventually as well, but I want some pictures of the system. Six Fury OC. I don't have 6 Furies. There's a dead one on the wall over that way. There. That's a dead one. There's 3 next to me right now on the test bench, and then there's 1 in the system running the stream. Okay. Photos. Nope, that's my bulk folder. This one. And let's choose, okay, that one's definitely in. Okay, now that one's shaky as hell. Those 2 are going. Size 256. Okay. Save. Close. Okay, and the submission will be going up like in seconds. And that, wait, how big is it? The one thing like with hardware bot to watch is if you're posting rig pictures, like don't post super high resolution because they don't allow above 2 megabytes. Okay, that's fine. And I actually keep getting hit with that because I tend to try to upload photos straight from a camera and it's just like, nope, not gonna work. I'm just gonna check that everything is correct one more time, and 3 cards. Wait. Are you kidding me? It failed on the PSU rating. And it basically wiped everything else. Fury. It got the RAM. No. Got the pictures. And it's posted. And then somebody's going to tell me that I screwed something up in the submission. I'm just going to do one last check. There. And that's the score. Oh yeah, Infuriare caught that too. Oh, that's nice. I am now at the top. Oh man. I never thought I'd seen my name above 8-pack. You know? It's just something about that. No. Nobody's run a 3-way 1080 Ti setup. I heard you can unofficially get 3-way support for NVIDIA cards. And 4-way. But I don't know how to do it. I don't care to find out. Because I'm not going to go buy 4 NVIDIA 1080 Ti's. Or 1080s. So, yeah. It's really too bad that the VEGA Frontier Edition isn't faster. It'll get faster. I guarantee it. It's like, I think that we're going to be looking at least 10% increase in performance from just drivers. And if I'm going to be super optimistic, like super optimistic, I think we could go as high as maybe plus 45%. But that's, like, really unlikely. But if you look at something like a 7970, for example, picked up 15% more performance. In a year. Not in a month. But then again, I think when AMD launched the 7970, they were competing with the 580. Like, that was what they were competing with. And then when the 680 came out, they were like, okay, well, now we need to make the 7970 compete with a 680, which they did by the end of the year. So, I think with RX Vega, it's like they're actually, like, this is definitely, like, the Frontier Edition card, they could have called it the Vega Early Access. Literally. That would have been the most fitting name ever. And honestly, Frontier, like, the Frontier name kinda does that, I'd say. Like, it hints at that to some extent, and yeah, but I don't know. So I just, like, right now it's like I want to see Vega get faster. I need to run a 4-way setup next because I need to take down that other ranking as well, because there's a 4-way ranking that I'm not at the top of, and I probably can be because that one also is dominated by like 290Xs. And then there is well, then there's just a bunch of benching I want to do on a bunch of different things. You know, it's like extreme overclocking. It's like you can bench hardware forever and ever and ever and ever, and it's like you're never going to run out of reasons to try and, you know, it's never, like, until the very last GPU on Earth is not working, you can keep overclocking stuff. And trying new things, so yeah, I mean, from here I say it can only go bigger. Except I don't think I have the patience to compete in some of the more, like, competitive rankings. I'm probably just going to do 3D stuff, like 3D marks, that kind of thing. Just bigger, more GPUs. Still need to run 4-way Firestrike. That's another one. But that's still just going to be recycling the Furies for a while. But once I do all my 4-way benchmarks, then the plan is I'm going to be hammering the, like, I really want to go, because basically once I do all the 4-ways on the Furies, I now have a GPU where I can do I can do experiments 4 times before I'm all out of cards to experiment on. So that's pretty cool. Like, I'm considering e-powering one of them, which is completely stupid. I'm 99% sure it won't work. I'm 99% sure if it does work, it'll be the biggest pain in the ass to set up ever. And at the end of the day, I still want to do it. So, just in case it might, you know, like, you never know. Definitely want to keep, like, that's, like, the only way forwards is up. So, yeah, will I use Apex for 4-way or Switch? 4-way I will be doing on X99, or if I can get my hands on Threadripper, I'll do it on Threadripper. So, one of those two. Yeah. Right now it's probably going to be X99 because I do have the 6950X, and the 6950X will go under liquid nitrogen, but I do, like... Well, I have a lot of... I've benched the 6950X on air and water a lot. Well, on water a lot, because you don't want to bench one of them on air. It's dumb. On water, it's a pain in the ass to cool. On air, it's just like, oh, look! Why is my heatsink melting? Yeah, no, that'll end up on liquid nitrogen. Or dry ice. I actually think I'm going to run the 6950X on dry ice because that thing has a stupid low cold bug. It cold bugs at like -90. And you can more or less max out those chips on dry ice anyway. So I don't really see the point of like wasting precious LN2 because after I get that second DWAR, I'm gonna have 100 liters very, very soon. I'm gonna be able to store 100 liters of LN2, and that's just gonna be amazing. I'm never gonna run out. So, liquid helium. Thing about liquid helium, I've never done it. Thing about liquid helium. It is extremely expensive, and that's basically all you need to know about it. It's also a pain to work with. It has 1/3 the thermal capacity of liquid nitrogen, like the latent heat of boiling or evaporation. Yeah, latent heat of evaporation for liquid helium is lower than liquid nitrogen, so you need to pour like 3 times as much to remove the same number of joules of energy from the object you're trying to cool. Admittedly, it'll go all the way down to a lower temperature, but the problem is you need 3 times as much of it. It costs orders of magnitude more per liter than liquid nitrogen does, and it's a pain to work with because you need basically the only way to work with, like, because it's a super fluid, it'll run up pretty much, like, it'll soak up everything, it'll run up anything, and it's just... There's only 2 companies, I think, that have run liquid helium events. Asus and Gigabyte. And if you basically don't get invited to one of those, you're not running liquid helium because it costs way too freaking much for even a couple of seconds of runtime. So, yeah. What is the best way to insulate a GPU if you don't want to use Plastidip? A lot of people use Vaseline. I don't like Vaseline because it's messy, and generally it's like if I Plastidip, like, if I'm gonna be Plastidipping a card, it's probably past the point of having a warranty anyway. So for me, that's why I do Plastidip, but most, like a lot of other extreme overclockers, they just do Vaseline. You basically take a brush, you brush it on, and then you use a hairdryer or a heat gun to sort of melt it into a really, like, to fill out any crevices that you missed with a paintbrush. So it actually gets really, really good coverage, and it's really, really, like, it's really good insulation. The main problem is it's horrifically messy. And at one overclocking, like, gathering I was at, somebody, like, one of the things is, like, it's so messy that, like, you accidentally get Vaseline in your memory slots. Bye-bye motherboard. You know, that's the problem, is like you get Vaseline in the wrong place, it'll insulate a memory contact. It'll insulate pretty much anything. So if you end up insulating like memory contacts or something, you're really, really, like, you're gonna have a really bad day. So, my voice. Oh, man. I don't even want to imagine that. That's going to be awful. I'm going to sound like this. Hey, guys, Buildside here. Today we're going to be overclocking with the liquid helium. So... yeah. That was a fun stream. And, you know, thanks for suffering through it with me. I am sorry for the pain I caused to those of you who are literate with Windows 10. I'm not. I barely ever freaking use the OS. So, yeah. Also, somebody asked about my accent. I'll just answer that, because people keep asking about that. So, I'm Czech. I'm from the Czech Republic, okay? Both of my parents are Czech. And I went to a British international school, sort of up till 3rd grade. And then in 3rd grade, I started going to an American school. And I sort of finished... basically, I went 3rd grade to high school, and right now I'm studying in the UK. So my accent sort of drifts back and forth between a bunch of different things, depending on what I'm currently doing. So, yeah, it's kind of all over the place thanks to that. It's not intentional. I don't... well, you know, sometimes I'll do, like, really obvious, heavy, like, you know, I'll screw with my voice. But most of the time, if my accent is just flip-flopping all over the place at random, that's just my accent being my accent. Because it's like a weird combination of American and British. And it just sort of... like, I borrow some pronunciation for some words in some situations from one, and for then some of the other ones from the other. So, yeah. That's my accent. It's a mess. Anyway, that is it for this live stream. Thank you for suffering through, I guess, 6 hours now of it. And see you on the next one if I'm functional enough by this time next week to do another one. So yeah, that's it, and goodbye.